the official building and terraforming gameplay video. I don't really know much about Enshrouded, so I probably shouldn't be jumping right into this, but we're going to. This is not a crazy video. We're going to check it out, guys.
Welcome back to Enshrouded. Today let's talk about voxel-based building and terraforming. You want to build a towering castle? Sure thing. Maybe something darker like a skull castle. We've got you covered. You want to live
have you guys
underground and
seen
build your own
this
dungeon?
game?
Just start digging. But let's slow
Start
down
digging?
a little bit and create a new base step by step. This looks like a nice spot for a base.
Okay.
First, let's build a small bridge and lay down the foundation for our buildings using voxel blueprints. Although you can simply build things.
So we got blueprints. Do you need?
Blueprints help to lay out bigger structures a bit
Do
faster.
you need like stone and stuff?
They're simply a collection of voxels that can be placed at once. But as
Like,
they
is
are
this like a
voxels,
survival game where you're
you
actually
get a
utilizing?
however you stick them together. There are also blueprints of
It
various
looks-
sizes and shapes to give you plenty of options to block out your dream home.
Okay.
Once you're finished with the general layout, you can tweak and refine using single block tools anytime to create intricate shapes and decorations.
Is this a castle
After
builder?
creating the building itself, you can make yourself at home using plenty of props for decorating your rooms. We have more than 100 different props in various styles and materials to start with. If you enjoy hunting, you can also collect trophies from bosses you've defeated to
Oh,
reward your
okay.
achievements. There are various categories of decorative furniture that will give you a stronger rested buff when you leave home for your next adventure. You can also shape the terrain itself to build underground structures like caves or basement to stash all your resources and treasures. Simply use your pickaxe or modified terrain using terrain shaping tools. Furthermore, as your backpack might get full very quickly, you can also place chests. This will allow you to store your valuable items and protect them from potential death. On your adventures, you will discover NPCs that you can settle in your base.
Okay. So you can
will
actually
build
bring
them a
people
workshop
into it.
and
That's cool.
housing. They will help you with crafting and send you on
Because
quests.
that's always the issue with those kinds,
Additional
the
crafting
games like that.
stations and NPC props will even further expand your available crafting recipes.
Okay.
On top of that, we have farming.
What this?
Grow all kinds of resources.
This is Enshrouded, and this is the official building and terraforming gameplay. So it's not, the actual gameplay. I probably should have watched the trailer for this first before just jumping right into this, but, whatever. It definitely looks like the building is rather solid for it, so that's cool. I'm definitely curious about the rest of the gameplay.
It's right at home. Just prepare a piece of land with fertile soil, plant seedings, and harvest your rewards.
Gardening, okay.
In terms of materials, we have plenty of different variety to satisfy your needs and the way you want to make.
So you can build a
your
castle
builds.
however you want to build it, huh?
The world of Enshrouded is fully voxel-based, which means you have
the Eiffel Tower?
creative control to create any kind of building and
Oh,
even
that's
shape
dope.
terrain to your liking.
Okay.
Thank you
Sphinx.
for watching. You can wishlist Enshrouded now on Steam. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe, comment, like below, and we'll see you on the next one.
Okay. Enshrouded. Now on Steam. Okay. We should see if there is a it was on a combat. Let's check out the combat for this
Welcome
game.
to Enshrouded.
It's got me curious.
Today we'll be introducing you to a mini-series of videos exploring the key pillars of the game, including combat, building,
Oh,
and survival.
we saw the
Let's
building
start with
aspect
basic
of this.
mechanics in
So
today's video. Enshrouded allows the players to lock onto enemies in order to focus their attacks and movement on specific opponents. As the enemy attacks, you can block their action with or without a shield. Blocking an attack costs stamina, and once depleted, attacks cannot be blocked anymore. With the right timing, you can also parry enemy attacks. A successful parry will block incoming attacks but also heavily drain the enemy's stamina. This leads us to the merciless attack.
I mean,
A powerful finisher
the graphics
can only be
don't look
used when the enemy's
fantastic,
stamina has been depleted.
but as we already know,
Available,
graphics aren't
a
everything.
devastating blow to your enemy.
I've played some
In
PS2
Enshrouded, you
RPGs
will
that were
have
just
a variety of
fantastic.
Powerful weapons to choose from. For example, you can use bows for
Okay, I like the bow, the mechanics here for the bow.
Arrows. There are also ones for faster shots of elemental damage types, as well as staffs for mana-based, slower and heavier attacks.
Oh,
that
so you can
also
get some magic going too.
of enemies. Apart from swords, there are also heavy melee weapons like hammers and axes, as well as
So I wonder if they they'll have like mobs that come and attack your castle, because that would be amazing. Just imagine like a group of enemies just show up and you're like, oh shit, gotta go to battle. I would be all over a game like that. That would be fantastic.
explosives. hopefully offering the weapon of choice for different kinds of playstyles and challenges. Now that you are familiar with the basics, Enshrouded places a strong emphasis on the value of preparation before entering into combat.
Crafting?
To focus on extensive preparations, such as resting,
Vegetable
cooking
puree.
various foods by using recipes,
Yuck.
as well as potions and other items to gain an advantage in the battle. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel where we will explain this in a bit more detail.
Okay.
As you explore the world of Enshrouded, you will encounter many enemy factions such as the Fel, Scavengers, Wild Beasts, and Wildlife. Each of them.
So there are factions. So they're probably just areaed off in the map. But man, it would be amazing if they actually came out and attacked you. It'd be fantastic. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but that'd be fantastic.
There are various approaches you can take towards enemy fights. If you're the type of player who prefers to avoid direct combat, you can choose to scout and sneak your way around enemies to avoid alerting them to your presence.
Okay. That was a little bit of an aggressive attack for a sneak attack.
Also use bows, staffs, and wands to attack enemies from a distance.
Okay.
As the world of Enshrouded is a fully voxel-based, you can even dig your way around the obstacles.
That is badass.
Possibilities are endless, and it is up to you how you will use this approach.
So it's like Fortnite, but medieval. A little bit.
Another way to approach enemy
Valheim? Yeah, that's fair.
by using a glider. The glider allows you to fly over an
Oh, I see what you're saying with the mobs attacking.
of surprise.
I did not know that about Valheim.
In this section, we'll be discussing the game.
That is actually a game I would love to check out someday. But yeah, I didn't know that. I watched a few streamers play it, but I didn't watch in like crazy depth.
Leveling system, customization, and multiplayer experience. As players explore,
Oh, that looks like
in the game,
a wild
gain
boss.
experience points and level up. With each level gained, players will unlock skill points that can be used in a skill tree. For example,
That's
there
a
are
gnarly
active
skill tree. I'm
abilities such as
liking
double
that.
jump, sneak attack, and blink, but there are also passive
I am a sucker for a huge skill tree. It's got to be, look. I hope those kind of get filled out a little bit later, because that is an impressive skill tree.
skills that improve your abilities or automatically trigger under certain conditions. All of the
Okay.
skills in player's class
So you can probably
are
unlock
be
those-
mixed in
some of those
any
skills.
way possible, which allows for a variety of different builds.
Fair enough. Oh, they're.
The world of Enshrouded.
Oh, I see. So let's back that up a little bit. So they're grayed out where they just like filled some of these in with skill points to give you an example, and then I don't know why that's not grayed out. Maybe I'm full of shit. I have no clue. Because it looked like some of them were grayed out, and like you had to,
Directions can be mixed in any way possible.
like this one. It looked like you had to put a skill point here to get this unlocked, maybe. But obviously that's not true because some of these go. Oh no, some of those go right to it. So who knows?
Which allows for a variety of
Who
different
knows?
builds. In the world of Enshrouded, crafting basic weapons can be done at the blacksmith and other NPCs, but legendary weapons and armors can only be found through world exploration. Higher rarity weapons have additional perks that can be unlocked through upgrading. Apart from a single player, the game also allows players to play with up to 16 players on a dedicated server. in a
Okay,
closed environment.
that's also badass.
Playing together with others will allow each player to have a specific role in a team when exploring for resources,
Whoa,
weapons,
that was a cool creature.
weapons, and fighting together.
Kind of like a
Players
dragon.
can also heal and buff their party members or revive them if they fall to the enemy, enhancing the co-op experience.
Okay.
If you like what you're
I'm here
seeing,
for that.
make sure to wishlist us on Steam. Be sure to also subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our social media links in the description below. We'll see you in the next one.
So that looked actually pretty good. Obviously, like I said, the graphics aren't crazy awesome, but that rest of the gameplay looks solid. I mean, it definitely a playable game. I'm curious what the story would look like, if there is one. I would like to know if maybe how limited the monsters selection are. If there's only like a few monsters here and there, or if there's a good mix of creatures, because that would definitely add to it if there was a nice array. You don't need anything crazy. You don't need like Diablo, where there's just insane different kinds of monsters coming after you, but just a nice variety, so you're not fighting the same 4 or 5 monsters all game. And it looked like there was quite a few in there, but they were also bigger. So I kind of wonder if those were just some bosses that were showing off or some bigger creatures. I also am curious with the castle building. It looked like there was a lot of stuff to it. And, you know, they can always add more stuff later for that kind of stuff. But how limited it is in certain areas. Those would be my questions. Graphics aren't crazily important to me. And so, I mean, it looked good. It looked better than, oh my gosh. What's that? Banner? Is it Bannerlord? I think it might be Bannerlord. Oh, no. Yeah, Bannerlord. I feel like it almost looks on par with that, but I've only played that once. So that I could be full of it.